welcome to Oracle of Confidence. Here's an uncomfortable truth. The job you're clinging to for security might be the least secure thing you own. AI-driven layoffs are reshaping entire departments overnight, and still most people treat a paycheck like a guarantee. It isn't, and it never was. Real financial security was never actually about the company on your resume. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what it's built on instead. This isn't just a feeling. A 2025 Northwestern Mutual study of over 4,600 Americans found 69% now say financial uncertainty leaves them feeling depressed and anxious, up sharply from 2023. Research published in the Journal of Business and Psychology this year traced the pattern further. Financial stress rises and falls week to week with income and spending, not with your savings total alone. Meet Priya, 34, a marketing manager who'd spent 9 years building her career at one company. Proud of never missing a deadline, she believed loyalty and hard work were her safety net. Then, in one email, her department was restructured after leadership rolled out AI tools that automated most of her team's work. No warning, just a severance package. Priya had done everything she had been told would keep her secure. It hadn't been enough. For the first month, Priya did what seemed logical. She treated the job search like her old job. 60 applications a week, midnight cover letters, interview prep until 2 a.m. If she worked harder at finding security, she reasoned, security would show up. It didn't. Recruiters ghosted her. The harder she chased the old model, a stable company, a title, the more that model seemed to be vanishing everywhere. So she swung the other way. If one employer couldn't be trusted, she'd build 5 income streams at once. In 3 weeks, she signed up for a dropshipping course, opened a day trading app, joined a multi-level marketing pitch, and started freelance writing. She was busy from sunrise to midnight, but busy wasn't building. Her attention sliced into 5 directions with nothing deep enough to earn. The trading account lost money. The store never passed 10 sales. Clients trickled in, then vanished, while 9 years of savings drained to fund 5 half-finished experiments. The collapse came on a Tuesday. 11 weeks of runway left, no income lined up, subscriptions she couldn't cancel fast enough. She cried for the first time since the layoff, not because she was jobless, but because she had worked harder than ever and still felt exactly as unsafe as the day she got the email. Something in how she defined security had to change. The shift began with a single reframe. Economic security was never supposed to come from a job title. It comes from your own power to produce, to think, learn, create, and adapt, regardless of who signs your paycheck. Priya stopped treating her 5 scattered experiments as the plan. She mapped what she actually knew how to do at a high level: run campaigns, read data, translate strategy into results others could use. She canceled the other 4 experiments and picked one unglamorous move: offering fractional marketing consulting to small businesses that could never afford a full-time hire. 4 months later, Priya had 3 retained consulting clients, paying her monthly for the skills she used to give away for 1 salary. Her income covered roughly 70% of her old paycheck, with room to grow, and her emergency fund was rebuilding instead of draining. The real shift wasn't the number in her account. It was that a client canceling no longer felt like the end of the world. Lesson 1. Audit what you can do, not the title on your badge. Priya kept describing herself as a marketing manager, as if the job was the asset. It wasn't. The asset was everything underneath it: running campaigns, reading data, writing persuasive copy, managing budgets. Before you chase any side income, spend 1 hour listing every task you're actually good at, stripped of the company name attached to it. That list is your real financial foundation. Lesson 2. Go deep before you go wide. Priya's 5-experiment sprint felt productive, but it was really 5 ways to avoid commitment. Diversification only works once you have one real stream generating income you understand. Pick the option that uses your strongest skill and give it 90 focused days before adding a second. Depth beats breadth when you're starting from zero. Half-built things don't pay rent. Lesson 3. Separate the money problem from the money feeling. Financial stress fluctuates with income and spending week to week, not just your total savings. Which means the anxiety spikes are data, not verdicts. Ask whether the fear is about an actual number today or tomorrow. Handle today with one concrete action: an email, an invoice, a budget line. Handle tomorrow with a plan you can point to, not 5 more tabs open at midnight. If you're lying awake right now, mentally rehearsing worst-case scenarios about your job or your income, you're not weak and you're not behind. You're just still measuring security by the old model, the one that quietly stopped being true for almost everyone. The version of you who builds one real skill into one real income stream doesn't flinch at a layoff email the way you do today. That version starts the moment you stop scattering and start choosing. As Stephen Covey says, your economic security does not lie in your job. It lies in your own power to produce. That power is something no layoff can touch. If this hit home, subscribe to Oracle of Confidence for more research-backed strategies on building real security. Tell me in the comments, what's one skill you already have that could become an income stream? You're more resourceful than any job title gave you credit for.